His name was Willard Griggs, and he actually owned a hotel here in Sand Lake. I don't know where it was, but if you live in Rensselaer County, three names you ought to know. Griggs Church in Whitbeck came to blows many years ago. Griggs wound up dead. Church in Whitbeck just faded away. But Griggs was a deputy sheriff, and he's remembered to this day. Colonel Walter Church came for money but wanted more. Cut a deal with Van Rensselaer to settle up the score. The old tenant farmers owed him lots of back rent. He sold the claims to the colonel, $1 marked down at 20 cents. Old William Whitbeck farmed in East Greenbush. Oh, the patroon rents from before they were outlawed. A few $100 on a farm worth $20,000. A wrong that ought to give that blind lady pause. Deputy Willard Griggs ran a hotel in Sand Lake. Had a side job collecting on the colonel's claims. Once Griggs was anti-rent, but something changed his mind. The lure of easy money, or he decided to walk the line. In July of 1869, Church got a legal process saying he could take possession of the old Whitbeck farm. Church met with Deputy Griggs, and Griggs rounded up a posse from the dregs of Albany County. They headed up Greenbush Hill. Now Whitbeck knew they were coming. Griggs told him that last week. Whitbeck said, "Oh, my dead body, I got nowhere else to sleep." So he rounded up some Rensselaer boys, his own sons and hangers-on. They waited and saw the posse marching up to the farm. Words were spoken in anger, long clubs were swung about. Gunfire erupted and shot, someone did shout. Some stood their ground, others scattered and ran. Whitbeck took a bullet, Griggs lay bleeding in the sand. Deputy Sheriff Griggs suffered bad for 7 days. Shot through the mouth, he couldn't tell how the scene had played. And when the Lord relieved his suffering, murder's what the coroner saw. Whitbeck and his sons were bound over to face the law. The government attorney moved to change the place of trial. Said the state can't get a fair jury. Rensselaer's a snake pit of bile. So they moved the trial to Saratoga, and the Whitbecks were put in jail. And since they faced the gallows, they were held on no bail. The evidence was confusion. Some said they knew little. Others were outright lying. Memories are always brittle. The lawyers were truly eloquent, the judge most imposing. gave their final pleas. The judge gave the law in closing. At common law back then, you could resist a bad arrest. And if the deputy don't back way down, resist him to his death. But if the deputy has a legal right and you kill him anyway, that's something you will come to regret on your judgment day. The jury met through the night. In the morning, they read a decision. Not guilty on all charges. The Whitbecks, a sweet blessing. So then who killed the deputy? Was it unrequited murder? Maybe history can only point its finger at the law. Because a law that's writ for the rich invites its own violation. Turns common men into brigands, forced to a bad position. When the law shuns God's equity, when morality don't mean a thing, then men like Deputy Griggs will be sacrificed again. In old East Greenbush, after the Civil War's harm, gunfights took place on a Rensselaer County farm. Were they knights in shining armor? Was the old feudal system just? History teaches nothing if it just collects dust. History teaches nothing if it just collects dust. History teaches nothing if it just collects dust. Fun times in our town. That's it. One song. One long song. The microphone works great.
Just reminiscing of Whitbeck's farm. Sad story. Guy shot in the face, died 7 days later.